beautiful day for golf.
We're not good enough golfers.
Where is the beverage cart? Can't believe I paid money for this.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ridge Golf Podcast. Big news, thanks to Alex, we now have a Twitter page, so he will be managing that. He'll be putting up all the latest polls, surveys, managing all that content. So
criticisms, critiques, angry posts, etc.
Just focus all your energy to that Twitter.
It's already got one post and one follower.
Which is
Whoa.
what is the Twitter, Alex? Give us the handle.
It is at Ridge Golf Pod, P-O-D. It was all that was available.
I like how you spell the shortest word in that.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, so hold on. When I was creating this, I hate you guys because I almost should just call all of them and explain to him why I had to choose this name, because I typed in Ridge Golf Taken. Okay, it gave me a bunch of numbers to put behind it. It's like, hey, you can use this one. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna announce 15 letters, whatever. Well, then I did like some other ones, and then I was like, oh, I'll just check and see if the Ridge Golf Podcast is taken. Wasn't, but you can't use it because I apparently you're only allowed 15 characters, I think. So
I don't know.
After some turmoil of trying to figure out I just went with Ridge Golf Pod, P-O-D.
This whole process took 5 minutes.
It did. I did in the parking lot,
you went through.
in between work. Yeah,
Ridge Golf Pod is a fine name.
Yes, it is.
I think it's pretty good.
It is good. Yes.
I tried some underscore crap. That didn't work. Apparently, there's a lot of accounts with the Ridge Golf. I know there's a lot of courses called Ridge, so it makes sense.
It works. Yeah. It's nice, it's short.
You're welcome.
No underscores or numbers or anything. Just
basic. The Ridge Pod. So
nope, Ridge Golf Pod.
That will be one link that's in the description below that I will put in there.
Yeah, all right.
Had to make it happen somehow.
Right. So we got to think of some good surveys. Well, we should just do. Okay, for one, we screwed up. Brady screwed up. The timeline was off. The Ryder Cup is not this week, but next week. So we're gonna have to save that again.
Golf podcast. All of our information's top notch.
Mighty homie.
So what we'll do is Alex will make a poll and see who do you think will win the Ryder Cup.
USA.
I can't wait for one person to do that poll. It's Brady.
Well, it's gonna be yes or no. So.
Okay. Well, still, if it's one, I know who did it.
I might go on there and do it.
I'll try to figure that out and get that put up.
Also, it's the X now, not Twitter. You gotta get it straight.
I wrote that in the first post, by the way. It's Ridge Golf is officially on X, and then
forever be called Twitter.
In parentheses, it's Twitter.
Yeah. So I know we don't want to talk about the Ryder Cup too much, but I did look into something that was pretty cool. Is that one of the vice captains is Steve Stricker from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard cooler bits of news.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. I thought it was interesting. That's fine. Never mind.
We'll have a survey for that if that was cool.
Yeah. Was that an interesting fact? Yes, no.
I heard, and this is going to be a crap story because I heard it I just heard it and I can't remember the details because it was a week ago and I told myself to look it up before tonight. But there was some tournament that a woman had entered. It was for a golf outing or tournament, whatever, on a golf course. And the deal was if you won the tournament, if I remember this right, you won a BMW. I don't know. Did you guys hear about this story?
It was like a hole-in-one contest,
or
right?
Was it a hole-in-one?
Like
yes, that might have been it. Well, anyway, hold on. Damn it.
She hit the hole-in-one, and then BMW didn't want to give her the car or something, right? And now she's suing them.
Yeah, it's because the rules were you could not be a professional golfer, obviously, but apparently she was a registered amateur with the PGA, and they found that out, and that technically counts. So she could not actually be a part of that contest for that car.
That makes sense to me then.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyone can be an amateur. How good do you have to be an amateur?
Let me clear the story up. It wasn't a BMW. It was a Mercedes-Benz, for one.
Yes, that other German car manufacturer.
Yeah. Her name was Linda Chen.
Not important.
At the Fins on the Fairway Charity Golf Tournament earlier this year. Only she didn't get the Mercedes she was promised when she aced the Ellsworth Golf and Country Club's 11th hole back in May. Now she's suing several groups involved in the tournament and hopes to recoup the vehicle or its advertised value of $90,000.
Wow.
I don't know how when I heard the story, I didn't know how to feel. I see both sides of that story.
If it says somewhere that what level of pro counts as pro, and she's that level, it seems pretty open and shut to me. Like
right, but
Well, there was years in between. I'm sure Blake is gonna tell me how many years difference.
12.
It says, let's see, hold on, failed to provide the vehicle. They denied her the prize on the grounds that she didn't disclose her status as a former professional golfer. Chen played professionally between 1994 and 1995 and has been registered as an amateur with the USGA for 15 years. However, organizers say Chen failed to disclose her stint as a professional player and allegedly even signed an affidavit swearing she wasn't a former pro, which would have rendered her ineligible for the prize.
Okay.
I guess.
You just made up my mind there.
Dry to me, yeah.
Yeah. That's...
Shoot. I was really pulling for her there for a second.
And this is from Golf Digest, so pretty credible.
Gosh, that's too bad. I mean, yeah, definitely just be honest about that. Like, you're gonna get found out.
Yeah, I played a course in the Dells once where they had like a big pot or a big kitty going where before your round you could put like I don't remember how much it was, $20 or something or $10. I'm just throwing it. I don't remember at all, but they had a live camera feed set up on one of the par 3 greens, and if you got a hole in one on that green, you like won the kitty or won whatever the amount was. But you had to pay before your round to like enter to play. So like if you didn't pay, then you got the hole in one, you wouldn't get it. So
right, which is fair.
But it was kind of a cool thing they had. You know, it's like, well, how lucky do you feel today? You know, I mean, you're basically throwing away that money, but on the off chance you get it, kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. I know Sun Prairie had their golf tournament this last weekend, and it was one of the 2 par 3s. I can't remember which one, but they had, you got it, you won a golf cart. I didn't hear if anybody won it, so I'm assuming not, but
not quite as cool as a Mercedes, but
yeah,
no, right,
it's a little less
sure
money, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was a lot to get into that one to win the Mercedes, but I know the one in Sun Prairie was kind of spendy. You know how entry fees go, so
yeah.
But also, if you're a Mercedes, you're like, yep, hole in one, you get this car. We want no professionals, no former professionals, no, because what are the odds, really? I know we mentioned them way back in the long episodes ago, but Alex, Google it.
Hold on. I'm just doing some more investigative work on this because so the whole thing with that story was that she didn't disclose that she was a professional and she had amateur status for the PGA. So I'm like, well, okay, if you're not a professional, so I just kind of wanted to look up like what does the rule say is about like an amateur as compared to a professional. And it says the rule of an amateur is defined who is eligible to compete as an amateur golfer. The purpose of the rule is to maintain a distinction between amateur and professional golf and protect the integrity of the game, minimizing pressure on the rules and the handicap and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, it's they definitely want to split the difference between the two. If it said professional, I would say she does not fall under the professional category.
But if she signed an affidavit saying that if she was never now or ever was a professional golfer,
that's all I'm saying. I moved to strike.
Objection.
This
Legal jargon.
You know what? Poll will be up. Do you think she should have got it, or do you think she shouldn't have?
No.
Check the link in the below.
Next question.
BMW's got enough, or Mercedes got enough money. They've got enough money. I think they could handle giving away a $90,000 vehicle.
Well, maybe BMW will give her one.
Yeah. Some other car company comes up and say, "Hey, we'll give you this vehicle."
Also, give us
good PR.
Yeah.
Good PR.
It would be.
Speaking of excellent shots, I had a couple pretty amazing ones this past weekend.
Oh, screw yourself. I've never played with anybody that has dropped more spare balls and hit more fucking trees. And
well, you don't play with Brady then, I guess.
This guy's got the biggest pockets because he's got so many balls stuffed in him for when he hits a bad shot and just
I
fucking
only carry 2 on me at a time.
drops another one right there and just hits again and be like, "Yep, I'm taking that one."
Yep,
There was-
yep.
Literally one time where you and I hit in that dude's yard, we grabbed ours, dropped him like, technically we should go a little bit farther back. You're like, nope, I'm hitting here, and I knocked your ball over with my club. I'm like, nope, get back here. And you're like, oh, I got another one. We're going to drop
Well,
it
you
right
threw
here.
it down there first, and in my defense, you said it there, and then you said we were shooting, and then you changed your mind. So I went with your first instinct.
I went with my conscience.
That's your first mistake.
Yeah.
All right, to set this all up, let's just start at the beginning.
Brady cheats.
Brady,
Blatant.
Blake, Brady, and myself and my lady, we went golfing at Lake Wisconsin Country Club it was last Friday.
Right.
And it's a nice place. It's the first time I've been there before. Very nice
Pretty
course.
good little course.
Very nice course. Obviously, we used the Bucky book for half price golf. And yeah, Brady blatantly cheats, and he still couldn't beat us.
I'm kind of surprised it's taking you guys this long to figure this out.
Well, like,
I've
I
been
never
shocked for
rolled-
years, and I've just accepted it now that this is how he plays.
the only time like I've golfed with Brady was once before this year, and he rode with you, and I was not, I didn't pay attention to just
He tried
yeah,
teeing
to the,
up a
like-
goddamn ball in the fairway.
Well, I saw that. Yeah, dead giveaway. But just the extra ball drops, the fluffing of the balls, that one didn't count.
Also, the back 9 of that course was about the worst I've played all year. So hence why there was more than normal, I would say. I mean, I'm not going to deny that I do drop a few, take a couple extra shots, but I would say it was more than normal because I was just topping everything. I couldn't hit the damn ball after like a hole 10. It was a disaster.
I never have a problem with it. I'll do it. Sometimes I always count my first ball. But like if we're not getting pressured from behind and I'm playing with Cody and Brady and they're like, that was crap, I want to hit another one, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like they'll play the better one, but like I don't care. It's whatever. I'm more worried about my score.
Yeah, we weren't playing anything.
Yeah.
It said 115 in the scorebook. I know in my head it's probably closer to 130, but I'm still gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Even
back
after-
9 was pretty rough for me also, so
Yeah.
I can
But
agree with that.
The front 9, I had like 3 of the best holes in a row, like of my career there. I was stroking it for a hot minute, and then it just all fell apart.
And then the Ranger came by and said, "You better stop doing that." And then we
Yeah.
went back to
Hey.
golf.
You better
Knock
cut
that
that out.
Yeah,
Back
it
to
was
back
good.
legit pars, and then I almost drove that one par 4 green. Probably
Yeah, that
almost
was
murdered those old ladies ahead of us. I don't
That
know. Tried
was a nice shot.
That
cut
was
the
impressive.
corner on that dog leg left over the trees and landed it a foot off the green.
And then proceeded to 3. Yeah, you got
I
par.
got a par on it. Yes. And honestly, it was a kind of a lucky par. We'll take it.
It wasn't a bad course. First time playing it, I'll definitely go back. I mean, got to burn through those Bucky Book coupons. So
Yep.
Yeah, the back
That's
9 where
cool.
you went by the water was kind of cool. There was like 3 or 4 holes there that went up and down the water there. That was cool.
So I got just to circle back here what we were talking about that lady winning the Mercedes-Benz. So I just
Oh my
looked
God,
up.
back to her.
Are we back to this now?
not to her, but just what qualifies for amateurs and stuff like that. So according to USDA, all golfers are amateurs unless they accept a prize that is not allowed under Rule 3, which I'll tell you what Rule 3 is later. Playing a golf competition as a professional, accept payment or compensation for giving instruction that is not allowed under Rule 4, instruction, are employed, in parentheses, including being self-employed as a golf club or driving range professional, or hold a membership of an association for professional golfers. So I go back to circle Rule 3, which is 3A scratch competitions. An amateur playing in a scratch competition is allowed to accept any prize, including money, up to a limit of $1,000 in value per competition, unless the national governing body has set a lower limit.
Just give her the car. It was 1995 or 4 and 5. I mean, come on, that was forever ago.
Right. But there's a lot more to this Rule 3. Rule 3 has like 15 rules, sub
Forget
rules.
the rules. Give her a car.
Yeah. So
How old is she? She
Um,
can't even drive anyway.
Probably like 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
Well, she was a professional in '94. I'll look this up. Go ahead. We're gonna hold
it's
on
not
to so
important.
this woman.
Just
I hope
drop
you all
it.
enjoy this. No,
I just wanted to see if you had to, like, when you're actually going into a golf competition and you put down amateur, is there any stipulations to, like, we're like, yeah, you're an amateur. Oh, are you a registered amateur? No.
Nope. I'm
Like-
just a plain old Joe.
Yeah, I'm worse than that. Is there worse than amateur?
Yeah. A
Trash.
newbie.
Trash. So if you, like in that Sun Prairie one, if you would have got that hole in one and won the golf cart, that's over $1,000.
$1,000,
Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a really shitty golf cart.
No, it was nice. That
It's
thing
the
was
one that Alex is looking to buy.
Yeah.
the other week.
Like someone just found off Craigslist the day before. Throw it on there.
Hey, what, man, if anyone's listening and can get a hold of us on Twitter to get us a cheap golf cart, please reach out. My gosh, I did not realize how much golf carts just go to that are junk. Like the amount that you have to buy one at is insane.
Is that where you drive a golf cart at? Is a golf court?
Is that what I said? I'm Googling and talking at the same time. It's not working out.
Usually just one of those things is enough to put them on edge.
It is.
he's still looking for that sweet barn find golf cart.
It exists. I'm looking for that post.
But anyway, let's go back to Lake Wisconsin, where I chipped in off the green.
That was impressive.
What
Never-
time? First time I've ever
Never-
done that.
Yeah, I've been golfing with Jordan for like 7 years. I've never seen him come close to doing that. So that was pretty impressive. He didn't even we didn't know what was going to happen until about 5 feet away from the hole too. Like, oh, it looks good. That looks
Linda
good.
Chen is
Oh,
53
real
years
good.
old.
Looks real good. And then hit the pin and dropped. Yeah. And then on the next hole, I proceeded to get a 10. So
Yep.
back down to earth.
There was a road that was really in play a lot more than it probably should have been for us. I think I crossed that street about 6 times, shanking it left or right.
Yes, it was quite busy too. I think for
Right.
a fair amount.
Good thing it wasn't too much busier. It would have done some damage.
Oh, dude, for that place is packed for a Friday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was wall to wall. Groups
Dude,
all behind us, ahead of us.
In case people didn't hear me shout that out, Linda Chen is 53 years old.
All right.
But
53.
actually, it kept moving pretty well for being a full course. Whatever they had those tee times spaced out at, we weren't waiting a ton, and we weren't getting pushed a ton either. It was actually pretty well timed.
Yeah, it was a good flow.
Oh, I do have one complaint of Lank, Wisconsin, though. This country club, I go to get my Coors Lights before the round starts. And
I was just gonna say this,
usually
yeah.
you get this nice collapsible cooler they fill with ice, you can put it in the back. These guys are just like, here's a Walmart bag filled with ice and some beer. Good luck.
I would say it was like
Your beer will be warm for about 2 holes.
Is
and then
that
you're out.
really a make or break for you, though? Like, come on.
No,
There's ice
but I
in
was
it.
just like,
come
really, you
on.
guys can't spring for like the $4 collapsible coolers? Like they pretty much give those things away.
How busy was the course that day?
pretty busy.
Pretty
Oh,
Maybe they ran out of
But-
bags.
I saw them hand bags to other people as well. I think that's just
Yeah.
what they do there.
Yeah.
That or the guy running the desk is like, hey, they used the Bucky book. Give him a trash
Yes.
bag for a cooler.
Didn't like the cut of our jib.
Cheap SOBs.
I did put that video on TikTok if everybody wants to check that out under Ridge Golf. It's pretty funny. It wasn't a bad bag like a Walmart, but it was like a buckle
Like
bag.
It was
Or
an
like
ice bag. It literally said ice on the side of it. Like it was.
It
like
is a bag is a
drawstring
bag.
Ice bag.
Yeah, it had a drawstring on the top. Close it.
Yeah, they're gonna get us for defamation here, Brady. You keep
You
talking
guys are
about
really
it in a
talking up this
Walmart bag.
bag. It was a plastic bag.
It was in an Aldi's
Did,
paper bag.
Did they ask you to return it when you were done?
You took the card. I don't know.
I think I threw it away. But they did have.
That's why they can't afford
That's
cooler.
probably why they do it. Yeah, it's
So
like
many
people don't
bags.
return the bags. Just gonna throw them away anyway.
It's on
that,
you.
they did have the Bev cart girl out there though with plenty of ice.
Yeah.
So she would like
She-
refill the bag full of ice, which was
Yeah,
nice.
she did top me off with a few scoops.
I just pictured her just driving by, just chucking ice. Here's more ice, and just throwing it at you guys. Put that in your bag.
Well, we did block her in on one hole. She literally could not get past us. So
And then she
Corner
parked
inside.
like in a good chance of getting hit spot. And she's
Oh
like,
my
I'll
God.
be fine.
When
All right.
when we went to my buddy's bachelor party, at Deer Valley, the last shot we took, the car girl came up and she asked us if we want anything. A few of us got some stuff, and we were like, where she was driving was just straight down the fairway, and a couple of us like, we probably won't hit her from here, will we? We're like, no, we'd probably be fine. Our buddy gets up, hits it, and just bombs it. Now, it was within 15 feet of her. She definitely saw it land, and then because she moved over just slightly, it was like, I better get more to the rough side of this. So she almost got hit with a ball that day. That was pretty fun to watch. I'm sure she wouldn't have enjoyed it, but
My Jaden, the good bad golfer, he was telling me that his nephew went golfing up in Beaver Dam a couple weeks ago, and they were waiting to tee off on the tee box, and the Bev cart girl whipped around the corner and flipped the cart, and she got stuck
Jeez.
underneath of it.
Holy shit!
she must have
Yeah,
been
I think-
drinking her beverages then. Like, how do you
Well,
even do that?
She was I guess she was just like a little high schooler, and she took the corner and it fell over, and then she got pinned underneath of it, so they ran over it. Like,
I don't know
lifted
how
her
to
up.
drive.
If you save the cart person's life, do you get free drinks for the round?
Hell yeah!
I think they might have got a couple
It's a minus
couple
five.
extra. Yeah, I think they got a couple extra like dented ones that fell out of the
Nice.
cart. So
Yeah, maybe get that golf cart cheap.
Oh yeah, look at that. Drink cart would be nice too.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one.
well, those things are heavy, especially when they're loaded down. But unless you're at Dodge Point, then I think it's actually just a golf cart with like a truck bed, and they just have like legit igloo coolers full of beer.
Yeah, essentially. Well,
Whatever.
that one in the one in Platteville has like an actual built-in like I don't know. Do you remember that, Brady? It was like shelves almost. Like
Oh yeah, I've seen some pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah,
cart
it
ones,
was-
drink cart ones.
it was pretty neat. Nice one.
Yeah, the one at Lake Wisconsin was like that. Had like the drinks built in, had a little like canopy on it.
Mm-hmm.
She was decked out,
Mm-hmm.
full of ice, top to bottom ice.
You gotta have that.
Like, you guys with cooler break? I got extras in the bag.
Yeah,
I got extra
that
bags.
skanky break.
I just went to Piggly Wiggly and picked up a bunch more. So next time you go, Brady, you should bring like a Woodman's bag or Aldi's bag or something. Be like, no, I got just filled it. I got my own cooler. You can fill it
I
up."
brought
Bring
my own
damn
cooler.
cooler.
I'm sure guys have just taken those and then they just take them like with them to a golf course with their own stuff in them, and they're just like, oh, we got this from the bar. It wouldn't be hard to do that.
Some places will put like stickers on it that says, whatever course it is or something like that. I've been places like
guess.
that.
I haven't seen that. I just see like either say like Miller or Coors on the bags. Nothing that really stands out.
When you go there, then you got to know what they're serving so you can buy the same. So they can't
Everyone
tell.
serves Miller, Coors, Bud Light, and
Yeah,
Michelob. I mean, if you
I'm
drink
just
those, you're
saying.
fine.
But you got to
No,
get it in
but
the
I'm-
right style can.
You get in
or
the,
they have
you get in the
small
pint
boy.
bottle.
Yeah.
You get in the
A
tall boy.
Lumitex, yeah. Yeah.
See? Huh?
I-
Shame on
yeah.
you.
No, you're thinking too deep. They're not going to come in and be like, open the bag. I want to see what you got in there.
This is a see-through bag, Alex.
Some
No, I'm
courses
saying
do,
if you
though.
have like the
If you
actual
brought,
like
if you brought your in your own cooler, like
Oh,
mind.
right. I get what you're dropping now.
yeah, no one's gonna look through your cooler bag to see what you got. Just like how no one looks through your golf bag when you guys take beers in there.
Not yet. I've heard of places that do that, but
Oh,
I've
really?
heard of that. I've heard of that too. Yeah.
Eee.
pretty snazzy places. I think they do. Yeah.
What would be the best way to hide those? Like, say if you didn't do it in your bag, where would you put it?
wherever Brady puts all those extra balls in his pocket.
Yeah,
Got deep pockets, man.
got to be a way you could hide that without using your golf bag.
If you're that hard up for taking beer, and I guess yeah.
Well, it depends what kind of course you're at. You might be paying pretty top dollar. It might be worth it to think of something a little,
Yeah.
inventive.
Especially
You-
you, Alex. Like, how often are you like drinking? When you're
Oh.
golfing? You don't drink a whole lot. so
50% maybe. Yeah, like
maybe like
sometimes-
one or two.
Yeah, yeah, it's like 50-50 if I'll drink that day, and then if I do at the most, it's like 2.
Yeah.
Just
What
enough to
you
get me that
do-
happy spot.
What you do is you sneak on the course the night before, bury it in like the hole 2 sand trap, and then when you get to hole 2 the next day, just dig her back up. You can put
I
as
was
much
gonna
as you
say-
want down there.
I was gonna say something like, if you knew the course, just go to a side street and put the cooler in the woods or a bunch in the woods, and then when you get around to that hole, take them out.
At Lake
Oh, you can hide
Wisconsin,
it.
just have a stake in the shore along Lake Wisconsin there, pull it out of the water, it's be nice and cold. Bam.
That's not till like hole 10 though. You don't get to the water, so you got to go a lot of holes without it.
Oh, I could get to the water before that. Don't worry.
Don't you worry.
They're in there. But yeah, it was fun. So, well, that's about it. But yeah, check out the awesome Twitter page we have. Alex will keep everything up to date.
Ask all the questions. Just keep sending him.
If anyone wants to
messages.
read the Linda Chen article, it'll be in the link below.
I'm certain Alex already forgot what polls she's supposed to create. So
And how old she is.
I think I said like there's 53 years old, everybody. Linda Chen. Don't know where she's from. Next week's episode.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Along with Ryder Cup stuff.
Get the Ryder Cup stuff on Twitter.
I honestly don't know how to make a poll. I'll do some Google and figure it out how to do it.
it's not as hard as you think.
Very on top of stuff here.
I was pretty impressed that he actually got the logo on the.
Yeah, he's
profile.
he's like, how'd you get the logo? I was like, I found the logo, took a screenshot of the logo, uploaded the photo. It's just like any other social media.
Copyright infringement. Sue his ass.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're gonna
whatever.
get sued.
Sue me. You ain't getting nothing.
You
Can you
get
You can have my
page.
Callaway golf clubs.
Can you put videos on Twitter too? I don't have Twitter, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's X now.
Yeah, it's X now.
Oh, well, with that, all right. Thanks for hopping out, guys.
All right.
See you.
Don't forget to drop an extra ball.